Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I hope everyone's having a positive and productive day so far. I'm Kel with the Planner Aisle, and today I'm reviewing March's Deluxe subscription by 8Lotus and sharing all the ways you can use the items inside. 8Lotus's sub boxes have been outstanding so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's inside the March box. They don't really have a set theme, but all the boxes match the month really well and reflect what you would imagine the month would feel like, so I don't expect March to be any different. Make sure to stick around until the end for my final thoughts, and as always, feel free to leave me a comment below with any questions or topics that you'd like for me to include in my next video. Without further ado, let's hop in. So first we have our vellum card that details what's in the box. I do have the deluxe subscription, so that includes all three categories listed here. Then we have a thank you card, our horizontal calendar card for March. This lives in my wallet, and then a square journaling card that says believe you can, and you're halfway there. Next we have our planner accessories pack. We get these each month. You have your monthly intentions card with 3 matching journaling cards, 3 smaller photo print cards, and then a larger date card. For March, our 3 monthly intentions are clean and refresh, enjoy leisure moments, and refresh my wardrobe. Very spring cleaning themed, and such a perfect theme for anybody who needs to sort of reset your mind and your priorities and really just make space for more positivity. I don't know about you guys, but 2025 started with a bang, and not in a good way. There's been so much going on nationally, internationally, and closer to home that's just thrown me into a tailspin, so I will be taking these intentions very seriously and putting them to practice. The card itself is an off-white cardstock with bubbles in the background, and the matching prompt cards are white, tan, and gray, which pair really nice with the larger card. You have this sort of soft, milky colorway, very clean, very simple, and really reflects the March intentions listed. Then we have the 3 smaller print cards, one of hanging shirts, this one is a woman working at home, and this one is of a bed, all again in that same colorway as the intention cards. And then we have our monthly date card. You have your mini calendar with a Monday start and 5 lines to write events, tasks, affirmations, or whatever else you'd like to for the month. So I love getting these planner accessory packs each month. I don't really use the smaller journaling cards, but I do use the intention cards and date cards in my main agenda. I love that they list the intentions out on the card. It's great to see when I open my planner as little reminders throughout the month. I also love the soft neutrals here. It'll look really nice against the chocolate brown of my agenda. Next, we have 4 dashboards this month. Typically 2 come in the classic and all 4 come in the deluxe, but looking at the list, they have all 4 listed in the classic, so maybe they'll be including all 4 for everyone, which is fantastic for classic subscribers. So first we have the cleaning habits dashboard. This is a semi-transparent thin vellum. On the right side, you have cleaning habits, and on the left-hand side, you have 8 cleaning habits or prompts listed. So this is a great dashboard and a really nice option as a cover for your cleaning trackers or habit trackers in your agendas if you have them. I also like that it lists out a few here as well. Definitely good tips and reminders to help keep your spaces clean and clutter-free. I'm really happy to get this, and I plan to use this in my home planner. If you follow me over on Instagram, you may remember me talking about my home binder a few times. It's where I keep and track my home tasks like my cleaning schedule, maintenance stuff, Luna's grooming schedule, my skincare routine, meal planning, orders, household subscriptions, and other stuff like that. I was keeping all of that in a binder, but for 2025, I'm planning on switching that to an A5 agenda. Once I do, this dashboard will go in front of my cleaning section where I keep those trackers. It comes paired with a floating bubbles dashboard. This is a double-sided cardstock that has similar print as the intention card. This is a nice little dashboard and fits the cleaning theme so well. The bubbles remind me of soap bubbles and matches the cleaning habits dashboard to a T. It also follows that same colorway that we've seen so far, very muted and simple, and a great pairing for the fresh feel we're getting for March. You can obviously use these separately, but similar to last month's dashboards, these look so great together, and it's how I plan on using it just as soon as I figure out which planner I'm using for my home agenda. Next, we have the March monthly and monochrome flow dashboard. Looking at the March monthly first, this is a semi-transparent vellum with March abbreviated across the front in bold uppercase and chapter 3 and March in this sort of stacked text. They are sending different styles of monthly covers each month for us to try, which I've heard mixed reviews on. I've heard some people say they want the same design each month so their setup stays consistent, and others who say they like trying out different styles to see which ones they like the best. I personally don't use these, so I don't really have a preference for either or, but I will say this is my least favorite out of the ones they have sent. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you'll notice this is the same design that they sent in November's box, and compare it to the other monthlies, this one has a little more going on as opposed to like these here that are super simple. Again, I don't use monthly dashboards to separate months, but I do like that they're sending monthly vellum covers for those who do set up their agendas in this way. It comes paired with the monochrome flow dashboard, and this is a change from prior boxes. So in previous months, they've always included a seasonal dashboard that fits the season or holiday or a pattern or design that reflected the landscape or theme of the month. So for example, for January and December, we got some nice winter themed ones. November was this gorgeous falling leaves dashboard. October was a beautiful orange fall themed landscape. February had rose petals for Valentine's Day. This month, we did not get a seasonal dashboard. Instead, we have this sort of monochrome marbly swirl design that serves as a really nice background to the monthly vellum cover or any other vellum that you want to lay over top. I do like this. I think it's simple and versatile, and similar to the Bubbles dashboard, it has print on the front and back, which I love to see. I do miss the seasonal dashboard. They definitely spoiled me, so now I'm kind of expecting it, but I do like this. It's just unexpected to see. I had envisioned something green for St. Patty's Day, or maybe some purples or something for Mardi Gras, although I'm in New Orleans and most places don't celebrate Mardi Gras like we do. But this is a nice dashboard. It pairs great with the monthly vellum cover, and I think people are going to get good use out of it. Next, we have one of my favorite things about this subscription, and that's the inserts. Each month they send us 4 for us to try out. This month our inserts are annual cleaning, weekly cleaning, task list, and movie log inserts. So starting with the annual cleaning inserts, here we have 15 pages total. On the front, you have cleaning routine at the top and a space to write the year underneath. And then you have your annual chores in the first section. You have 2 columns with a space for each month and a dial to check off when you've completed those tasks. The second section is for semi-annual chores. Here you have 9 lines with 1 column for January to June and 1 to check off those for July to December. And then the third section is for your quarterly chores. And here you have 9 lines to write out the chore and then 4 columns broken down into the 4 quarters. Flipping over, you have a section for your monthly chores. There's 21 lines with a small checkoff box for each month and then 8 lines at the bottom for notes. So this is definitely one of their more structured inserts that they've sent, and although I'm not usually a fan of a lot of these sort of predefined sections on inserts, I really like the way that this one's set up because cleaning tasks are done on different schedules depending on what it is. It's helpful to have it broken out in a way that everything is together regardless of the frequency, where you can easily identify what you've completed and what's still outstanding. They do split it up into 4 sections as opposed to a lot of trackers where they may only have 1 or 2 time periods per insert, which is cool to see. I also like that they include 15 sheets here, which allows you to use it for a number of things. So maybe you can use it not just for your home, but you can use it for your car, or if you go into an office for work, you can use these for your workspace. You can also use it for your computer or your phone, maybe use it to clean up your files or your hard drive, or clean up the apps on your phone to clear up storage space. It doesn't just have to be for home cleaning tasks. It also just doesn't have to be for physical cleaning. It can also be for maintenance style cleaning things. So for example, under annual, for me, this would be things like changing the batteries in the smoke alarm, wiping down the baseboards, or getting an oil change or something. I don't have a house, I'm in an apartment, but if you do own your home, maybe you do certain inspections yearly, or like power washing your driveway or cleaning your gutters and things. For semi-annual, you could include things like rotating your mattresses, replacing water filters, deleting apps on your phone that you don't use, deep cleaning your washing machine, shampooing your car, things like that. Quarterly chores could include stuff like tax prep, organizing and categorizing important files, changing the air filter. If you have pets, maybe doing a deep clean of their rooms or their spaces, cleaning the garage, cleaning out your cabinets of expired medicine or things you're not using. And then monthly chores will obviously be a whole host of things: vacuuming, mopping, dusting, washing the car, pet care, organizing, and other things that you do a lot more frequently. You can use the notes to write maybe your favorite cleaning products, or if you order things online, you can list those here. For me, I'm looking for a new litter for Luna, so I'll probably use this to list the different types I'm trying, or you can always leave this section blank. These did come paired with the weekly cleaning inserts, which, along with the annual ones, gives you a full, comprehensive way to track all of your cleaning tasks with whatever frequency makes sense. With these inserts, we have 15 pages front and back, so there's 30 sheets total, which makes sense being that most of us have quite a bit of weekly and daily things that we tend to. At the top, we have a space to write the week and a section below that with 17 lines to write your daily cleaning tasks and a smaller box for each weekday to check off when it's complete, a section to list and check off weekly chores, and then 10 lines for notes. So this is going to be for those tasks that you're doing multiple times a week, or at least once a week. So think cleaning the bathroom, kitchen, making the bed, cleaning the litter box. If you have long-haired pets like me, brushing or combing their coat, vacuuming, mowing the lawn, wiping down counters, all of the things that we typically do all the time. You could also include personal things. So like I mentioned earlier, my home binder is where I include my skincare routine. You could use this to track skincare, hair care, or other personal routine tasks that may apply to you. I had to get a root canal last year, and since then I use this really disgusting mouthwash that I found online that you use once a week that's supposed to help with oral health. So for me, it may make sense to include that here. If you have kids or pets, you can include their care here as well. So maybe you have to do something with your kid on a specific frequency, or maybe you give your pets flea medicine on a certain schedule. These are great as a one-stop shop to make sure all of the items in your routine are met. I absolutely love these, and you will start seeing these in future videos of mine. If your goal is to downsize and declutter and refresh your spaces to the essentials, these are the perfect inserts to have in your routine. I know a lot of times I'll be walking around and realize I forgot to do something, or Luna will cough up a hairball and I'll remember that I got busy last week and forgot to brush her. Having a place to write down your cleaning or maintenance routine and check it off is the best way to keep yourself on track and make sure that things don't slip through the cracks. Wonderful inserts to have, and probably my favorite of the inserts they've sent in their boxes so far. The third set of inserts are the task list inserts. Here we have 15 pages front and back, so 30 sheets total. At the top, it says task list with a line to write a subject or category, and then you have a column with 30 lines to list your tasks, a column to write when it's due, and a column to write when it's completed. So this is what I love to see. Very straightforward, super functional task list insert. You don't have all the fancy bells and whistles, no blocked out categories, no additional text, just a column to list the task, one to write when it's due, and one to write when it's complete. The great thing about this is you can use it in conjunction with the cleaning routine inserts as well. So maybe there's tasks associated with something on your cleaning list. You can just list that here. So for example, maybe you have cleaning the air filter on your cleaning list, but maybe you need to get a different size, or you're waiting on the AC guy to come out and fix something. You can put the visit on your task list and coordinate the days and put that on your cleaning routine list. Maybe you need to clean your gutters, but first you need to purchase some outdoor equipment or do some sort of outdoor or patio prep before you get to it. You can use this list to write down what those specific tasks are, and then once that's complete, then you can check it off on your cleaning list. Of course, you can also use this as it's intended, as a task or to-do list. It would be great for work, home, school, special projects. You could use it as a grocery list or a gift list, and so many other things that you want to keep track of. These will live in my miscellaneous section and my main agenda, and I may put a few in my home planner as well. Great inserts to have, 100% practical, and great for a number of planners, no matter your style. The last set of inserts they included this month are the movie log inserts. Here we have 15 pages front and back, so 30 sheets total. At the top, you have movie log, and then you have a column to list the date, a larger column in the middle to list the title and any notes, and then a column to rate it. Similar to the task inserts, these are super straightforward, but these are nice inserts and great for movie buffs or anyone who likes a good TV show from time to time. I know it says movie list, but you can use this for movies, shows, podcasts, books, or really any other entertainment source you want to include. You can also use it for music, although if you're a music junkie like myself, you'll run through like 100 sheets of these in a week. But sticking to movies and TV shows, I think this is a really cute idea and a good way to remember TV shows that you've watched that are in between seasons. So for example, I've been waiting on The Handmaid's Tale to come back on because the last season ended like 2 years ago. Having it on a list like this will remind me to keep an eye out when they announce the return date. It's also good to have when people recommend shows to you, or when you want to recommend shows to other people, you can write down who would appreciate it and what your thoughts are. My two favorite shows right now are Severance on Apple TV and Paradise on Hulu, both amazing shows and they keep you on the edge of your seat. If you like mind-bendy shows, Dark on Netflix is hands down the best TV show ever made. It is a German show, so it's dubbed over, but I watch a lot of TV and this one will have your brain doing somersaults. It's fantastic. I'm always looking for fun shows and movies to watch, so feel free to recommend your favorites in the comments. But getting back to the insert, this really is a fun little insert to have. It's not a necessary insert. It's not one that's going to help you during your workday or anything, but it's nice to have a place for your fun and miscellaneous activities and things that you can have some fun with and still get use out of. I love that they send us 4 inserts each month. Inserts are the bread and butter of functional planning, and this month's inserts make me so happy. It's a nice balance. It fits the cleaning and refresh theme beautifully. Great curation for the March box. Next, we have a set of reminder sticky notes. We have 2 pads, each with 25 stickies, so 50 total. These are subtle off-white with reminder in the middle at the top and Infinite Lotus typed really tiny at the bottom. I love reminder sticky notes. They're great to keep in your agenda, on your page lifters or inboxes if you use them. You can also keep a few on your dashboards or dividers or wherever else it makes sense to store them. One thing I think is interesting about Infinite Lotus's stickies is that they send 2 thinner pads instead of 1 standard size, which is really nice to see for a couple of reasons. One, it's easier to use these in different places, so maybe you keep one in your home office and one wherever you work. You don't have to worry about purchasing 2 separate sets. Second, if you carry full pads in your agenda and if your pockets are thick enough, because these are thinner, you can put the whole pad inside the pocket as opposed to putting blank notes in other areas of your planner. Either way, these are extremely practical sticky notes. I purchased these reminder stickies from Rosie Papetree last year, but these are super nice and I'll definitely be interchanging these throughout my routine this year. Next, we have a daily plan notepad. There's 52 pages total. At the top, it says daily plan with a line to write the date, 3 lines to list your priorities with a shaded box to check off when complete, 11 lines with a shaded column to list and check off your tasks for the day, and then 3 lines to list any notes. So this is a great little notepad to have to list your daily to-dos and really serves as a good option for those who choose not to use daily inserts in their agenda. I've mentioned this in a few of my other videos, but I'm not a fan of daily inserts. They just don't work for me, but there are days where I'm busier or I have a lot going on or maybe an event or something where I need to map out my day in more detail than what my weekly inserts allow me to do. In those scenarios, pads like this really come in handy. I also like that they're tear off. They're not really intended to be used for things of record necessarily, so I wouldn't log things here that you would want to keep or archive. This would mainly work for those days where you just have a lot of random tasks to do that don't hold much weight or significance, but that you need to get done. This is incredibly useful to have at your desk or in your planning routine and can really help you stay on track with your tasks for the day. I don't have any plans to use this right now, but that's only because I purchased this daily plan notebook from Infinite Lotus last year that I use for busy days when they come up. Otherwise, this would live on my desk. I'm really glad to see them mix up sending notepads and sticky pads. Different people have a preference depending on how they plan or what their work or home situation is. But again, this is something that is such a functional tool to have, and it's a great method to helping you stay on top of your routine and ensure that you're meeting each of the daily goals that you've set for yourself so you can make sure that you don't get behind on things you need to do and that everything stays current. Last, we have the Uni Pen 2 fine liner pen. This one is in the color black and has a 0.24 millimeter tip. If you're familiar with the Uni Pen line, they are really fantastic. I've yet to have a bad experience with one. Doing a pen test here, this one writes really nice, very thin line, very dark, and a heavy black pigment. One thing I want to note is that this is not the same Uni Pen as the oil-based Uni that's super popular in the planner community. That one is the Uni 1 pen. They are similar, but while the gray body of the Uni 1 uses oil-based ink, this one does not. It is water resistant and fade proof, which makes it great for art and sketching and writing in general. But if you write with this on transparent material, it will not dry instantly like the Uni 1. It does dry, but it takes a few minutes, so just something to note. I like this pen. It's similar to the Microns if you're looking for a comparison, but these are great pens. They don't bleed through paper very easily. You get a nice, even thin line, really nice addition to a planner's routine. And that wraps up the March Deluxe box by Infinite Lotus. So this was a really, really great box, another A+ in my opinion. I enjoy the subtleness of the theme for March and the push to tidy your space so you have a fresh mindset when you're tackling your tasks. My favorite items this month are the cleaning routine inserts. These are the most comprehensive inserts I've seen in a long time and are so important to have, especially at a time when there's so much going on that's out of our control. These allow you to better manage and handle those things that you can control so you can have a better attitude and mindset when you take on the day. I don't really have a least favorite thing this month, you guys. Everything in this box was spot on in terms of practical use. I guess for me, it could be the monthly dashboard, but that's because I don't use monthly covers. I will say, I hope that they don't nix the seasonal dashboards. I liked the ones this month, but I absolutely love getting the seasonal dashboards. It's a nice little pop of interest for the month, and I like seeing their interpretation of what the month feels like. So hopefully April's box will have an April themed dashboard, so fingers crossed. All in all though, I'm just so pleased with the subscription. I mean, I'm genuinely impressed with what they choose to include in each box. Sub boxes are a tough sell just because everybody is different, but Infinite Lotus, from my perspective, has done an excellent job with their monthly selections for their subscribers. Really looking forward to April, and in the off chance that Infinite Lotus is watching, please include a seasonal dashboard next month. And that is it, you guys. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more planning and organizational content, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram for more planner tips and inspo, sending positive vibes your way. Until next time, stay safe and have a wonderful rest of your day.